Indonesia. So we're so excited for today because the participants are not only from the schools division of Laoag City, but we also invited participants coming from other divisions here in the Philippines. And of course, Paramjit as well invited other schools coming from other parts of the world as well. So just a gentle reminder to all the participants, please make sure that you are muted while the online session is actually conducted by our I think grade 11, is it grade 11 students and teachers? Grade 11
Yes, it's grade
students and
11.
teachers. And of course, refrain from putting your message into the chat meeting because this will be utilized by the learners while having their online class. So, any message from Jeet? We still have 1 minute.
All the best, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed because my electric current was not there, and all of a sudden the electricity has come. So it's a good omen. So
Yes.
I'm happy about it, and I'm sure things are going to go
Yeah.
very well. And it would be a satisfying session for sure.
Yes. Again, it's a long journey because this is now the sixth batch for our virtual benchmarking activity. We're so excited because, of course, the session for today is not only attended by our teachers here in our divisions, but of course, we again, just like what I mentioned, we invited other participants coming from um, other divisions here in the Philippines.
That's
So
great.
thank you so much and see you during the open forum.
Okay, all right.
Maybe, ma'am.
Yes, please. All the best, and go ahead.
Thank you.
God bless. Go ahead, please.
So, good morning, everyone. I hope you all are fit and fine at your places. Just take care of yourself because you all are very precious for us. Right? And while greeting you every morning like this, I always feel like I am an RJ and I seriously love it. So before starting our session, let's start our session with a prayer. So who is going to take the initiative to say the prayer? Yes, you can raise your
Ma'am, may I?
hands. Yes, Bacha, you may.
Good morning to our worthy principal, ma'am, lovely teachers, and my dear friends. Please join your hands, close your eyes, and start the prayer. O Lord, kindly bless us with good health and a sound mind, so we may continue praising you. You are the Almighty, and nothing is impossible for you. We pray for spiritual healing upon my illness, and we know that we are going to strong and healthy as your power infuses our body, mind, and soul. Having trust in your goodness and kindness, please free us from worries and anxieties and tensions. Please fill our heart with faith in your love and we gracefully accept your healing so that we can live in peace and joy. Amen.
Amen. May God each one of us and everyone around us with good health. So we welcome you all in our today's art session, which elevated virtual benchmarking activity or virtual tour to a Microsoft Showcase School. So we are here with our 40 students from grade class 1. So yes, class, Share your current mood emoji in the chat window. I'm here in your chat window so that we can see how attentive you all are and how eagerly you all are waiting for your today's session. Yes, everyone, share your current mood emoji. Very nice. Very good, bacha. Yes, I can see your smile is here. Okay, so let's have a look what we have for you all today. Please observe this video very carefully because after this video, I am going to ask you one question. So observe it carefully. Amazing animation and video. So with your observation, now answer me that according to you or according to your observation, this video belongs to which era? Yes, you can answer in the chat window or otherwise you can raise your hand for unmuting and answer me by unmuting yourself. Yes, hurry up. Prehistoric era. Stone Age, prehistoric era. Very good.
Ma'am,
Yes,
related to past.
right. Hanji? Yes?
Related to past.
Yes, related to past, related to our history, related to the prehistoric time or before history, the Stone Age, and you all are right. So this is about our prehistoric time or prehistoric cave paintings as well. So we have Miss Navneet today who is going to dictate us or give us some introduction about the prehistoric cave painting. Yes, Miss Navneet.
Thank you, Miss Japan. So, hello, beautiful artists. Today we are going to learn about first art piece ever produced. Yes, you heard well. The first ever painting in the world. But before that, let's talk about why we need to learn about this art. What is the prehistory? What is the cave painting? So, dear, here are some learning objectives. Students will learn and explore the style of Stone Age cave paintings. Students will become aware of materials, techniques, subject matter in the art of prehistoric times. They can identify area in the world where cave paintings have been located and they can create their own art pieces, their own cave paintings. Okay, so now let's start our today's session with its introduction. So now the word prehistory. Do you know about this word? Yes, please. Try to write in the chat window anything you know about this word, the prehistory. Okay, so in the chat window, I can see. Okay, dear, I'm waiting for your responses in the chat window, please. Try to write whatever you know about the word prehistory or anything you know about the prehistoric era. Just try to write. Okay, Rajvinder, Prabjot Kaur, Japan, okay, Chantrip and old time. Okay, from the historic period before history. Yeah, very good. So prehistory literally means before history. It is the time, it is the period of time between the use of first stone tools and the inventions of writing system. So very simply we can say prehistory begins with the appearance of human beings and it ends with the inventions of writing systems. This period started with roughly 5 million years ago. Yeah, it's ages ago. Yeah, time period since history. It is very long time. It is very long period of time. It is divided into different eras: Stone Age, Bronze Age, and the Iron Age. But in our session, our main focus is just on the first one age, means on the Stone Age. So Stone Age also can be divided into 3 periods: the Paleolithic, the Mesolithic, and the Neolithic. Paleolithic means the old age. It refers to that part of history when they started making art, when they started making their first stone tools. And the second one period, Mesolithic period, means Middle Stone Age, or this age was from 10,000 BC to 8,000 BC. So it was starting off the agriculture, it was starting off the permanent settlements, and the last one age is Neolithic age, the New Stone Age. This period began from 8,000 BC. This began with the practice of agriculture and cattle raising. So now the word prehistoric art. In Stone Age, in Upper Paleolithic period, humans started making art, or at that time, the art forms were like grooving, engraving, sculptures, painting, structures. So all our art forms were there as prehistoric art. Or now the cave painting. Prehistoric cave paintings, or people from that era, they made art pieces, means paintings, means engravings, actually in the caves, on the walls, on the ceilings, in the hollows. We can see so many art pieces belongs to that era. So these paintings were made more than 30,000 years ago, means Upper Paleolithic, means in the Stone Age. So in them we can find animals, hunting scenes, dancing scenes, hand stencils, some kind of strange creatures. So today there are about 350 caves related to prehistoric art that we know for cave paintings. And most of cave paintings are from France and Spain. Two famous examples are here, you can see. First one is from Laoag Cave, France, and second one is from Altamira Cave, France, Spain. And the next one, do you know in our country also we have two sites. First one is in Chhattisgarh named Jogimara, and second one is in Madhya Pradesh in Bhimbetka Caves, Bhimbetka site. And do you know how many rock shelters are there? Anything you know about Bhimbetka Caves? Just try to write in the chat window, please. Anything you know about? Yes, I'm waiting for your responses. Anything you know about the Bhimbetka rock shelters? Because these are very, very, very famous. Yes, please. Again, not to worry. Yes, so there are total 800. Yes, Manpreet, very good dear. So total 800 rock shelters are there, out of which 500 are having painting. Yes, Gulin, Jasmine, Nepreet, yes, I can see your responses. Very good, perfect dear all. Okay, so now I guess there can be a question in your minds. Why did they do paintings on the wall, in the caves, on the ceilings, in the hollows? Any ideas? Any guesses you have? Why they painted on the walls at that time? Any ideas? To express their emotion, in order to express themselves, for sharing their emotions. These caves are also include UNESCO World Heritage. Yes, perfect, Vishant Salan. In 2003, these caves got World Heritage Site. Nice, perfect. Okay, so dear, there are so many theories. We are not 100% sure why prehistoric people painted on the walls. Perhaps cavemen wanted to decorate their caves, maybe. Or they choose animals because they were very important to their existence. Second theory there can be, they consider these paintings as magic rituals to help the hunters. Another theory there can be, prehistoric men would have used the painting of animals to document their hunting experiences. Or the most rated theory is here, to desire the communication, to express the feelings. These things let them paint on the walls. So now dear, again here is a question. I'm sure that it comes in your minds. How did they do paintings if they don't have any kind of brushes, any kind of colors as we are using now? Yes, what would they have used at their time? Okay, well, prehistoric painters and people from that era used the pigments and tools that are available around them. For example, they would have got red color from the hematite stone, black from the basalt stone, from the wooden charcoal, sometimes from the burnt bones. These pigments are also known as, or also called as, earth pigments. In prehistoric era, after taking colored powder from the stones, they used them by mixing with water, with their spit, with animal fat, sometime resin from the trees. It was also used for making the paste. And in brushes or in the tools, they also use brushes that were made from animals' hair, sharp stone tools, and the plant fibers. So now here in front of your eyes in this slide, so there is some motifs. Try to choose any three according to your choice, okay? And listen our instructions and let's see what Japan ma'am have for us in this session.
Wow, our ancestors are amazing, right? Amazing and very much creative. You all can say this. So for today's session, we need some material as they used to paint in the wall caves and the ceiling of the caves. So they use the natural pigments and natural colors and anything that they found nearby them, the resin or the glue from the trees. So we are very lucky that nowadays we have so much material with us. So we should take advantage of this, make use of it in a very good way, right? So we need some paper or a chart like I am having. Make sure my screen is clearly visible to you all. Is it visible to you all clearly?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so second thing we need for this is the color. You can use the watercolors like this. The cake one is very good for the beginners. Then another thing we need today is the newspaper, a crushed newspaper, so you can put your anger on it in a very good way and it is not going to hurt anyone. And another thing we need is the salt according to your taste or according to your sheet, I can say, and some water and the brushes as well. So I'm going to take these 4 brushes for me today. It is good for soaking the water and good for the watercolor as well. And the tip before starting the session for you is, whenever you are doing watercolor, always take the water in 2 different glasses, one for cleaning your brushes and other for doing the coloring part. And now I want you all to switch on your cameras so that we can see your pretty faces too and your progressive work side by side. Yes, everyone, switch on your cameras and give me a company too. Then side by side, you can continue drawing with me. Yes, I can see Rajwinder, I can see Navneet, Gurleen, Rosalie, Prabjot, Chanpreet. Yes, you all need to switch on your cameras. Very good. I'm so proud of you. You all know that, right? Okay. So before starting our painting, first we need is to create some texture like the wall or a cave wall. So for that particular thing, I'm going to teach you some 3 different type of texture from which you can take one example or do from that particular thing, right? So for the first one, I'm going to take 2 colors. Okay, you tell me which color should I pick first. First is going to be according to you all, and side by side if you yes bacha.
Ma'am, blue.
Okay, I will go with the blue one. And side by side, if you found any query, any kind of thing that you want to ask us, you can write in the chat window. I am there in the chat window too. So there's another tip for you all. Whenever you are using watercolor or any other color medium, always try to mix the color in different shades so that it can give you a good shading. Never avoid using direct color, right? It's a trip from artist purpose, you can say. Okay, so I'm just mixing it. We need lots of water for this particular thing. Okay, so I am done with it. I'm just going to rub my brush on the sheet, and somewhere I'm going to avoid some areas where I thought I should give some white texture or white color, so I am going to avoid it. So another thing, whenever you are going to give any kind of texture, make sure your color is wet. Wetness is very important while you are giving any kind of texture. So I'm just mixing some yellow with chrome, and I'm going to give some yellow here in some areas like this. And once I feel that this is enough, what I need is, then I'm going to take a newspaper, I'm going to crush it, going to put my angle on the newspaper, then I'm going to put this newspaper or press this newspaper on my sheet. So don't move the newspaper from left to right, or you just have to do is just pick up the newspaper as it is, as you have put it on your sheet. So in that same way, I'm going to repeat this thing on the whole area where I have put the color. I'm using this area of my sheet because I'm going to teach you some texture, different textures, so you have to do it on your whole sheet. So like this, I am done with my texture. I'm going to show it to you all in that way. Okay, so you can see it now clearly. We are done with the texture with newspaper, right? So now the another texture I'm going to give is with some salt, I guess. Okay, I'm sure you all are very interesting to know that how can we give a texture with the salt. I'm going to clean my brush first. I'm going to take another color like I'm choosing the green one now. So I am mixing the green, sap green and the radiant green. So I'm mixing the both and putting a lot of water in it for the texture or for the wetness. Like this, I'm going to do it again, tap 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 with my brush. Somewhere I have to avoid the area, somewhere I'm going to give the darkness like this. Okay, so I'm done with the green one. I'm going to add on another color with this, which is going to be, I guess, which should I pick now? I guess scarlet. A little bit of scarlet is good. Scarlet and orange. So I'm going to give some scarlet and orange shade in between this. Okay, so I am done with this particular thing. Now what I'm going to do is, I always wash my brush side by side because I don't want my brush to get destroyed. So this is another tip for you all too. Now you have to put some salt on your sheet, and this salt is going to absorb all the extra color from your sheet and going to give some texture. So this texture needs some time. You have to wait for some time so that it can dry, and then you put it off from your sheet and then you can use this texture. So I'm done with my sheets texture too. Okay, so I'm just going to put the extra salt also on this particular area. Okay, so let it dry. And another texture that we have to put is, it is going to take some time, so you have to wait this for texture. And with this, like this, you can create the texture with the help of Fevicol as well. So there's a student from grade +2, I guess. So she have created the background with the texture of Fevicol. So she put some Fevicol, then use the crushed paper or sheet to make the texture, then let it dry and then work on it. It is also good. So another texture we are going to give is with the rag. So I'm going to give this particular texture with some scarlet and orange color. So I need your responses and your progressive work you all are doing in the chat window, so that I can see that you all are very attentive and you all are following us in a very good way. Yes, students, I'm there in your chat window too, so you can share your work in the chat window, your progressive work. So I'm taking some orange or scarlet for this particular texture, avoiding some areas again. Now I'm taking some yellow and putting some yellow in between or on the sides, different sides you can say. Okay, so you can create the texture according to your color choice. There's no any color compulsion to. And I'm done with applying the color. Now what next thing I'm going to do is, like I have done with the newspaper, I'm going to roll the rag. When I found that there are so much of messiness with the rag, I'm going to put that rag on my sheet. So in that same way, I'm going to put it off like this, and I got a very nice texture. Very nice. Okay, so in that same way, I'm going to repeat it, and we are done. So you can see this texture too clearly from this side. I'm sure it is visible to you all. So this is how it is going to be when you use this particular rag texture. Salt and newspaper, do I have to use only one, or I can use both in the painting? You can use only one, Vishan. There's no any compulsion. It's your cave wall, so you can create it according to you. Now the next step after creating the texture is you have to put some creatures in it. For this particular thing, you need to take some brush or some thin brush or some edge of the brushes, or you can use the sticks as well. You can use the back of this spoon, or you can use this pencil tip as well for coloring, because they don't do the coloring or the figuring part in so much neatness. They do it in a some messy way, so we are going to do it in that particular thing too. Okay, excited. If you all are very excited, I want to see your work too in the chat window. So make sure you all send your progressive work in the chat window. Click the photograph and share it in your chat window. So I'm going to take one motif of animal. You can also take the references that Navneet have been shared in your chat window. From that particular picture, you can took any reference. So for this particular thing, I'm mixing two different shades. One is black and the other one is the burnt umber. It is like my way of, I guess, doing the painting. I never use the color directly because most of the artists never do this. They don't use the color directly on it. So maybe this is the reason that they got very good shading too. So with my thin brush, I'm going to create some kind of animals. So don't worry about your drawing or your lines, because you don't have to create some kind of neatness in the painting. Surely the neatness is going to be there, but the fineness should be not important in this. So I'm just making some outlining now. I'm sure it is visible to you all. Now I guess it is going to be very clear. So with this, I am going to make some kind of animal. Side by side, you can unmute yourself and ask me a question, whatever query you all have. I would love to answer you all. Or yes, so I am done with this animal figure. The outlining. Oh, I guess two legs are left. You can choose some human figures too. You can make some stick figures in it, but make sure that stick figures should not look like the worldly art, right? Okay, so like this, I am done with my animal. Yes, bacha, you can unmute yourself and ask me if you stuck in any query, if you have any query. And the other thing that you can do is fill in the colors in the whole body of your figure, and if you don't want to fill the colors in the body, even this is going to be okay, because there are so many figures, animal figures, those who don't have any color in between this figure. So like this, I'm going to include some color in between as well, because I wish to. You can create your animal according to your wish. Okay, so I'm there in your chat window, bacha. Ask me any query if you have. Okay, Gurleen, I have seen your. Oh my god, so many responses. I guess my internet is slow. My students are fast, right? Okay, so I guess I should go for some different brush so that I can fill in the color easily. Okay, so with this, I am done with filling the color. And my motive too. You can add on some other motive too with this. I am done with my one motive too. For making a complete composition, you must add some other creature and coloring too. So I'm going to show you like this. Okay. I'm sure this is visible to you all now. So this is how it is going to look like. I have a complete full-fledged sheet for you all. Till that, I'm going to complete this one as well. And let's see till that time what Miss Navneet have for you all. And you can see this as well, bacha. I have completed this deer figure, and this one is with the salt texture. So you can feel this texture as well after removing the salt. For removing the salt, you just have to use your two fingers and rub it very smoothly to remove the salt. Then you can use this texture. And this one is with newspaper, and this particular one is with the rag. I'm sure you all are going to like it, and it is going to be fun to create some texture as well. Let's see what Navneet have. Yes, Miss Navneet.
Yes, Japan, Miss Japan. So I am making something for you. So I hope you will like it.
I would love it.
Okay, dear, also for the background, so I have used so many colors, different colors, ochre yellow, crimson red, scarlet red, maroon, burnt umber. Okay, and there is no compulsion. You may use any color scheme. Warm color scheme. In warm color scheme, you may use red, yellow, orange, or in cooler color scheme, you may use green, mauve, blue. Okay, and for the cracks here, I am using the darkest tone. For the darkest color tone, you may use your burnt umber and your Persian blue. So I hope it's clearly visible to all of you. Yes, please put your thumbs ups in the chat window or
Yes, bacha, I am there in your chat window. I'm seeing your work or textures too. Make sure you all put your texture on the whole surface of your sheet. Very good,
yes,
yeah.
as
Nepreet, you gave a very nice texture, bacha. You too, Mehak, Gurleen. Make sure you all put the texture on the whole sheet, right? Like Miss Navneet is doing. Very nice.
okay, dear. So as Miss Japman has introduced to all of you about 3 techniques. with salt, with crushed newspaper, and with Fevicol. Okay. So any texture you may follow your cave art, your cave painting. Okay, so almost we are done with our base. Okay, so now we need to follow our next step. So what is the next step? Yes, please try to write in the chat window.
Yes, Bacha, we are there in the chat window. We know that you are a very attentive class.
Okay, do you know which animal was favorite food of people of that times, of that era? Suppose if we are of that era, which animal would be our favorite animal as our food?
Yes, you can unmute and
Bull.
answer.
Okay, bull, according to Helene. Okay, your favorite food, bull. Rajwinder's deer, maybe any elephant or deer. Okay, maybe lion. Oh my god. Bison, maybe deer, bison, bull, ma'am lion. Okay, Manjot. Yes.
I guess they don't have
Yes,
chicken
yes.
in
So there are three species. There are three animals: a deer, a bison, or a mammoth, woolly mammoth. These three are favorite foods of prehistoric people. Okay. So suppose Miss Japan and all of us from that era, and I'm going to make some food image. Yeah, I hope you all like it. Okay, so for making the figure, yes, I'm choosing the burnt umber color with a mixture of Persian blue. Okay, or making the for making the figure better, you may use your back side of your brush. You can see here a sharp. If you have a sharp stone, sharp chisel. Also, you may use if you have a stick of a broom. Also, you may use. Okay, so I'm using the back side of the brush.
Yes, very good. Side by side, you all have to share your progressive work in the chat window because
And
your
let me know
stuff
which
are,
food would you like to eat? A deer, a mammoth, or bison?
I guess chicken should be available there. Yes, Bacha, we are there in the chat window. You can respond in this. Okay.
Okay, so
Very
Navneet,
nice,
I'm
Bacha.
making a tasty beer for all of us.
Nice, Gyan. You put all the three texture together on one sheet. Very good. But make sure once you go for your final sheet, go with one texture only for the full flesh sheet. Right? Clear, Gyan? Okay. So yes, let's see what Miss Navneet is going to make. Till that time, I'm going to complete my
Okay, so
drawing.
contour line of deer is perfectly ready. So after making the outline and after completing the contour line of our deer, okay, so any color according to your reference image you may follow, okay. For example, scarlet red we can fill in the deer, we can fill ochre yellow, we can fill the earthy brown color, okay. So there are 3-4 colors. Gray color also you may fill. Which color I have to fill? Orange, gray, or brown? Yes, please.
Yes, Bacha, you can unmute and answer, ma'am.
Okay, so I am waiting for your responses in the chat window. Come on, fast, write in the chat window which color I have to fill. The orange one, gray one, and the brownish tone. Brown. Okay, good. Okay, so now I am taking brown. For filling colors in the figure, we can use our fingertips also. Okay, you can see. For the rustic and for the rough effect, we can use rough cloth, rag, piece of tissue. Okay, so now let me know who would like to eat the bison.
Yes, Bacha.
Okay.
Till that time, I'm going to add some chicken figure in my another side of painting. So if any
Okay,
of
this
you
is Neha.
you can ask, tell me.
Yes, but yes, Neha. So for the Fevicol texture, first you need to apply a pink Fevicol on your sheet. Okay. Then leave your sheet for 5-6 minutes. When your sheet get dry, then try to apply color and any color you may use. Fabric acrylic and the poster colors. Very good, Harleen. Nice, bache.
Yes. Once you all are done with your full-fledged painting, let us know and show us through the video or by sharing your response in the chat window. I'm just trying to make a chick in my painting. I don't know whether they have the chicken on that time or not. Maybe they don't know that we can have the chicken with bison or deer as well. So it's a very good way to communicate as well. There are so many different researchers nowadays. So different research says some different things or different facts. According to one research, it is a very good way to communicate, right? So even I feel too this is a very good way to communicate. You don't get into fight. You can communicate through the drawings, and you can say whatever you want to without hesitating or without feeling low. I guess it's a very good way to communicate. So I am done with my chick. With some chick, or I guess I can add some more animals too, or some figures, I guess. You can color your animals as well. You can use different color shades for coloring your animals as such I'm going to make here. Okay, so with this face and horns, legs, and a tail. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add one eye and put some different shades of color in it, like the yellow one over here, then some orange in between here. So you can open it or merge it well too.
Okay, so I'm ready with your favorite food. I hope it's clearly visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So I'm done with my chick figures too. Very nice.
Okay, dear. So art is a form of communication.
It's a very good way of communication, actually, we can say. You can communicate with each other with some drawings. You can get to know yourself first, right? When you draw something, you put your inner self and your inner heart, your feelings and everything on your sheet, right? So this is a very good way of communication, like the way the early man used to do. So go for it, and once you all are done with your painting, share it in the chat window. We are eagerly waiting to see your work, right? So till that time, we have something for you, or you can the reference from that particular thing to the work from your juniors, sorry, your seniors, the work from your seniors. So we put their work in a virtual gallery. It's a very good way to see everything virtually. It's a very good platform, actually, I guess, the which Microsoft have given us. So let's have a look in the gallery. Okay, internet stuck sometime.
A famous artist, Mr. Bravies, said, art is the nature of civilization, and I totally agreed with this statement. So let me take you for a tour to the art gallery of prehistoric era. We are not going to age. Rather, your seniors of grade plus to have painted these amazing creations so that you may experience them from the comfort of your homes during the remote learning sessions. Okay, so welcome you to all in our virtual art gallery.
Yes, we all welcome you. So we link all these things with the goal number 3, good health and well-being from SDG, because when we draw something, it's a very good activity to get yourself very calm and stress free. And the second thing is that they used to do these paintings and these work for their livelihood, which is also included in good health and well-being. So see how beautifully your seniors do this work with the texture in the background and use different animals and different figures in their drawings. Yes. See this painting? Okay. The painting, in this painting she have included so many different figures of animals. Very beautifully. See another one with some human figures too. The color choice is very good, as such the background too. Amazing work. So it's like an old copy of the artist from back of that time. See how beautifully the hunting scene have been depicted in the painting. Wow. Even the texture is wow. Not just the color scheme, the texture as well. Very nice scene depicting the hunting. Mostly you will see the hunting scene in that time because this is what they used to do for their livelihood, right? So here's a painting which I'm talking about, I guess, and the last, yeah, the deer one. So this painting's texture is given with the clavicol in the background. See how beautifully that texture came. Very nice. Showing some landscape scene as well. Again, some hunting scenes. So we thank you all for being patient and being with us and politely and sincerely watching our virtual art gallery. We thank you all for being with us in this virtual tour. Thank you all.
Yes, dear all, creativity and collaboration are two of the 21st century skills that all of us need to develop. Art is the best form to inculcate all these skills, through which we can also communicate. And now we are waiting for your creations, for your responses. So let's paint our future the way we want it, a sustainable and collaborative world. So thank you, our respected principal ma'am and our dear lovely co-educators from Philippines. Thank you so much for attending our today's session. Be cool and enthusiastic always. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you so much.
Wow, good job, everyone, and congratulations. Uh, Great work. We're actually amazed and wondering how they actually created those wonderful masterpieces from your class, even if it's conducted virtually. And again, congratulations, of course, to the teachers of grade 11, Japanjot and Navneet, and of course, through the leadership of the principal, the one and only Paramjit. Congratulations to all of you. Okay, so I am asking now for our fellow participants if you have questions to our teachers, to our principal, and of course to our learners. You can just unmute and ask your questions, or you can put that into our meeting chat or into our chat box. Again, if you have questions, because I believe there are principals who are attending into this session right now. So if you have questions to the teachers, students, principal, you can just unmute and ask your question or put that into our chat box or into our meeting chat. I'm actually amazed with the gallery, virtual gallery walk that you have conducted right away. Congratulations. And it's something that we can actually adopt it as well here in the Philippines to make it more interactive, and the experience is really nice. Congratulations. Okay, so while waiting for questions, while waiting for the questions, let me present this certificate of recognition to, of course, to our presenters. Let me allow me to share my screen, please. Okay, so there you go. Let me just share my screen. Give me a second. Okay, so Republic of the Philippines, let me read the citation. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 1 Schools Division of Laoag City. Certificates of recognition is awarded to Navneet Kaur and Japanjot Kaur for her active participation as presenter during the ElevatED virtual benchmarking activity, a classroom tour to a Microsoft Showcase school held on, sorry for that, June 3 to 10, 2021 via MS Teams. Given this 10th day of June at Schools Division of Laoag City, Ilocos Norte, Philippines. Signed, Vilma Dieda, CESO 5, the Schools Division Superintendent. And of course, since this is now the last day of, or last batch of our virtual benchmarking activity, let me present this certificate of recognition as well to the founder principal of Kamla Nehru Public School, Pagwara, that's Paramjit Kaur Dilon, in grateful recognition and sincere appreciation for her invaluable service as co-organizer and partner school principal during the ElevatED virtual benchmarking activity, a classroom tour to a Microsoft Showcase school held on June 3 to 4, 7 to 10 via MS Teams. Given this 10th day of June at Schools Division of Laoag City, Ilocos Norte, Philippines. Signed, Vilma Dieda, CESO 5 Schools Division Superintendent. Again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all those wonderful experiences that you have actually given unto us. We have learned a lot from this virtual benchmarking activity, and we love you all.
Thank you, John, for all those honors which you have been giving to our teachers. They are motivated, they are encouraged, they're very happy and satisfied. This was a very different class because people wonder how art can be taught. So we
Yes, really.
specifically wanted to display that, everything is possible online. So the block is in our minds. We have music classes also, we have dance classes also, we have art classes which you have seen right now, we have coding classes also going on, we have we have every possible class, be it be public speaking also, be it be storytelling. We have so many clubs which are functioning in our school, and all these activities go on. And now we are planning for a summer camp where we are going to go for, what children love to do. We're going to have some nail art also going on. We'll be having some cooking also going on. And it's just to keep them engaged, just to make sure that they are not upset because of the time which they are going through. It's been a long 1 year. And now if we teachers don't hold their hand, who's going to do it? We are not superwomen and supermen, but we try to pose as one. But we're holding hand with each other, supporting each other, taking care of the team as such. And then, of course, at the end of the day, students are a priority. We take care of the families also when we have the well-being call of the children. The families also join on. And then it's lots of fun and they play games at that particular time. Every day we have this well-being call for our children. And then there's a teacher's well-being call also, where Since 19th of March, we have been meeting, and that is, sharing our success story, sharing our challenges, and learning from each other. I had this problem, then this is the way I sorted out. And because this is a very new path, and none of us know how to go about, so now we feel very empowered because we have traveled one full year solving, facing challenges. So God has been very kind, and things all right. And together we are stronger, be it be in our own country, be it be worldwide. We are always stronger together when it comes to the teaching community. It's always there.
That's great. So we are all inspired by all the things that you're actually doing in your school, Paramjit, and it really shows how passionate you are towards teaching those learners, and not only learners but the teachers as well, to do good and to do excellent things amidst this pandemic. Congratulations. Okay, so I have here, it's not a question, but it's actually a commendation coming from Ma'am Maria Concepcion Iglesias. She's actually a principal in one of the schools here in the Philippines. As she said, the virtual gallery walk is awesome. Hopefully, we can do this in our own station. Congratulations to Kamla Nehru Public School.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have another question. May I know how did you use virtual art gallery? It was amazing.
So this question goes to Japanjot and Navneet. They need to answer, please, the teachers.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, so much for this question. Yes, we can use Art Steps app via browser. So from there, we can create a platform with balls and doors, and after that, we need to place in some images. So there are total 5 steps. After completing 5 steps, we need to publish publicly our gallery. So in Art Step apps, through mobile, we can access.
Yes, so basically it's an application named Art Step. Quick question: is it free or there's a premium version for that?
It's free. It's free.
Oh, it's free. So basically, we can
You
actually
can
we
search.
can maximize it. Um, Art Step application. So we'll be taking note of that. Okay, so do we still have?
Artsteps.com. We just need to write artstep.com.
Yes. Okay. So we have question. We have another commendation from Ma'am Olivet Kabakungan. Congratulations for a job well done. And do we still have questions or commendations? Again, if you have uh, oh, so we have a question here. Is
You
it
mean
available
available on your
only on
mobile
mobile
devices?
devices?
No, we can access easily from mobile devices, but normally this application is only for laptops. For access, for moving, we can easily like Forge your the game. I forget the name. PUBG.
Okay, so um, you can still access it using your mobile device. But I believe if you wanted to fully maximize the feature of it, you're going to use the desktop or the desktop version of it. Okay, so do we still have other questions? Do we have like a training code for this? Training
For, for,
code
for
for the Microsoft Educator Center. Are you going to post the training code so that teachers can actually redeem the code using? All right, so there you go. So
yes.
the fellow teachers, you may go ahead to your Microsoft Educator Center account and redeem the achievement code. It's now posted on the screen, and put that into your training transcript. Okay, so take a screenshot for that. Thank you so much. It's actually posted as well in the meeting chat. you may again go ahead and redeem that into your Microsoft Educator Center. So again, thank you so much. Other questions? Other questions? How about our international participants? International friends, colleagues, do you have questions? You can just unmute and ask your questions.
Urifa, I can see you from Indonesia. Would you like to say something, please?
Yes.
Thank you, Mom. I really like to be here with you all and to have elevated virtual. Yeah, it's add my insight to this kind of activity. I love it. Thank you.
God bless.
Okay, so um, I think we're done. Do we have other questions? I think all are clear. We're now ready for the link for the evaluation and as well as for your e-certificate for our participants. Let me share my screen. Okay, so there you go. I'm asking for the participants here in the Philippines. Please go to the evaluation on form or online evaluation form. It's bit.ly/benchmarking eval. That's bit.ly/benchmarking eval. Please accomplish the evaluation form, online evaluation form, for you to get your certificate of participation. Again, we will be furnishing a copy of the result for the evaluation from batch 1 to batch 6 to Kamla Nehru Public School, including all the digital certificates from batch 1 up until batch 6. Again, thank you so much. Paramjit, I am waiting for the codes for the previous batches so that our teachers who actually attended from the different batches can redeem those achievement codes as well.
I'll send it today. Batch
Thank
wise,
you.
I'll send it today.
Yes, I know you're very busy. I know you're very busy of your upcoming big event, and thank you so much for all the efforts, for all these opportunities that you have provided, and you are continuously providing us here in the Philippines, specifically in our division. I really love working with you, Paramjit.
Together stronger.
Yes, together stronger. Okay, so before that, we will be having a virtual photo opportunity. So please turn on your camera, please. All right. Okay, so please turn on your camera now. There you go. There you go. Okay, please. More, more. We are all 60. I mean, less than 70 here. Where are the others? Okay, so, all right, so more are coming. There you go. Okay. All right, so your best smile, please, at the count of 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, perfect. Another scene. Just give me a second. Okay, so let's try another scene. Okay, how about this? Okay. try wait, a classroom setup this time. Okay, so there you go. All right, so at the count of three, one, two, three, smile. Okay, smile. Perfect. All right, so there you go. Thank you so much once again for those who joined our session, for the participants from the Philippines, and of course to our international participants, and most especially to Kamla Nehru Public School through the leadership of Paramjit. Thank you. Million thanks. Million thanks.
Thank you. We have a very senior member here, and she's Usha ji. Usha ji, please your comments. How did you
Yes.
like? She's a very senior teacher as such.
Okay.
Unmute yourself, ma'am, and please speak. How did you experience this fine arts class? You're
It was,
muted, ma'am.
I never thought I'll go back to memory lane. It reminded me of the time when I studied about the Stone Age people and the paintings on the rocks. And I was so happy to learn and attend today's class. It's a treasure to be here. I'm so pleased, so happy that I'm here. Thank you so much for giving me this lovely opportunity, this lovely treasure today. I never realized this is the way we can do it even today. I studied Hubble. I studied about all the cave art, but never did I think there'll be a day when I will be learning this in a class. Thank you so much. Thank you, Paramjit ma'am.
Thank you, Usha ji. Thank you. Thanks for joining. I was so delighted to see you actually. I was very, very happy.
No, it was very nice to be here. Very nice.
Thank you. Okay. So shall we call it a day now? Is it okay, John? Shall we all move out?
Yes. Again, thank you so much. Please stay safe, everyone. Your friends from Kamla Nehru Public School.